Michael Jackson, without a doubt, is the most famous entertainer who ever lived, besides Jesus Christ himself. He's also one of the most controversial. To some people, he was a misunderstood musical genius who changed the world forever. To others, his legacy is complicated and deeply debated. But here's the thing. Most people don't actually know where the facts end and the myths begin. They know the headlines, they know the rumors, and they know their opinions. But today, we're going to slow everything down, from documented history to speculation. And today, we will be walking through 10 of the biggest controversies, myths, and truths about Michael Jackson, step by step. And stick around for number 1, because it doesn't just affect on how we see him. It will change how history will remember him. Let's get into it. Let's start with one of the most strangest headlines ever attached to Michael Jackson. The Elephant Man Bones story. In the 1980s, reports exploded claiming that Michael Jackson was trying to buy the bones of Joseph Merrick. Employees ran with it. It became part of his public image, painting him as eccentric, even bizarre. But here's what we actually know. Michael was fascinated by Merrick's story. There is no verified evidence he ever purchased or possessed Merrick's remains. And this is important because this is when rumors became global facts. And this is not the first. Michael Jackson's chamber legend. Then came the oxygen chamber story. You've probably seen the photos. Michael Jackson laying in a hyperbaric chamber, almost looking futuristic. The narrative, he slept in that every single night to slow his aging. The photos spread everywhere, but there's no verified evidence that he used it as a permanent sleeping arrangement. The chamber was reportedly part of a demonstration and quickly turned into legend. And this is when something interesting happens. The image becomes stronger than the truth, and Michael Jackson slowly transformed from a person into a myth. Did Michael Jackson want to be white? This is one of the most emotionally charged questions about his career. As his appearance changed over time, so did public speculation. Michael publicly stated that he had vitiligo, a condition that causes loss of skin pigmentation. He also disclosed having lupus, which can affect skin sensitivity and appearance. As those conditions progressed, treatments and makeup were reportedly used to create a more even skin tone, thus creating the iconic Billie Jean One Glove. That's where it all started. At the same time, he did undergo cosmetic procedures. And that combination, medical conditions and surgery, that created one of the most scrutinized transformations in entertainment history. But here's the deeper issue. The world wasn't just analyzing his music anymore. It was analyzing his face. Every change became a headline. The plastic surgery debate. Michael Jackson admitted having cosmetic surgery on his nose. That's documented, and it's not speculation. But how many procedures did he have? That's where opinions split. Some people believe it was minimal. Others believe it was extensive. Medical experts have debated it for decades. What's undeniable is this. His appearance changed dramatically over time. And when you're the most photographed person on the whole planet, everything is magnified, for better or for worse. The child abuse allegations. Now we need to talk about the most serious and most debated part about Michael Jackson's life. And this requires nuance, because this is when conversations get deeply divided. In 1993, Michael faced allegations involving a minor. A criminal investigation began, alongside a civil lawsuit. The civil case was settled out of court. That settlement fueled enormous public suspicion, but it was not a criminal conviction. Michael denied all allegations. Law enforcement conducted extensive searches of his properties, including Neverland Ranch. Documents were examined, rooms were inspected, witnesses were interviewed. No criminal charges were filed in 1993. Supporters point to the scale of those investigations. Critics argue that settlements leave unanswered questions. Then in 2003, new allegations emerged. But this time, it was a full criminal trial. And it became one of the most watched celebrity trials in modern history. After months of testimony and cross-examination, the jury found Michael Jackson not guilty on all counts in 2005.
This case is about one thing only. It's about the dignity, the integrity, the decency, the honor, the charity, the innocence, and the complete vindication of a wonderful human being named Michael Jackson.
Legally, that was the outcome, but public opinion did not end there. Years later, Leaving Neverland reignited global debate. Some viewers saw powerful testimonies, while others questioned timelines and inconsistencies. And that's where things stand today. Two groups of people looking at the same history, reaching for a different conclusion. The infamous Neverland Ranch. Neverland Ranch, a private estate with its own amusement rides, gardens, animals, movie theater, and even its own private train. It looked like something out of a fantasy film. Michael Jackson described it as a place to recreate the childhood that he never had. He began performing professionally at a very young age. Fame replaced normalcy. Stages replaced schoolyards. To some, Neverland was generosity and imagination. To others, it was all part of the controversy. Either way, it becomes one of the most talked about celebrity homes in history. The media and his public image. If you grew up in the 80s, 90s, or early 2000s, it was impossible to escape Michael Jackson headlines. He wasn't just famous, he was everywhere. Tabloids competed aggressively for exclusive stories. Some reports were factual, others were exaggerated. Some were simply unverified, but once printed, they spread globally. And here's the reality. When you become that famous, your life no longer belongs to you. It becomes public property. And Michael Jackson might have become the first global superstar to experience that in a global scale. Was Michael Jackson broke? Another common belief is that Michael Jackson died completely broke, and that is not the full picture. Yes, he had significant debt, loans, legal costs, production investments, but he also controlled extremely valuable assets: music publishing rights, catalog ownership, intellectual property. Debt and massive wealth can exist at the same time, and in his case, it did. His finances were complicated, not empty. Prescription drugs and his health. In 2009, the world stopped. Michael Jackson died at the age of 50. The official cause of death was acute propofol intoxication. Investigations revealed he had been receiving powerful medications under medical supervision. His death forced a broader conversation about pressure, performance demands, and the medical system surrounding global superstars. For 1 million people, it felt unreal. Not because an artist died, but because an era ended. How should history remember Michael Jackson? So here's the real question. How should history remember Michael Jackson? As a musical genius? A cultural revolutionary? A controversial public figure? Or all the above? He transformed music videos, redefined live performance, influenced generations of artists, and built one of the most powerful catalogs in music history. At the same time, his life remains one of the most debated in entertainment. Maybe this is why this story still matters, because it's unfinished. Even now, people are still arguing, still analyzing, still trying to consider what is myth and what is a fact. And very few entertainers have left behind a legacy this influential and complicated. And that complexity might be the greatest part of his story. Now I want to hear from you guys. How do you think Michael Jackson should be remembered? Let me know down in the comments. If you appreciated this breakdown, like the video, subscribe to the page, and share it to maybe a friend, a family member who wants to know more about Michael Jackson. Until the next one, thank you for watching. Peace.